All right, sweet. What's up? Part B. It's actually a lot easier. Okay, so going through part B, like all you have to do really is figure out. I guess I shouldn't say a lot easier like that. If you had a hard time, it's okay. I understand. Bad teaching right there. It's okay if wasn't easier for you. Okay. All right. So here, basically the idea is we just need to figure out how do I start and end on my start row, end row, and end column. So that's basically it. Okay. Um, we need to add our numbers, and then we need to somehow count because our whole goal is to finish up. Now, I'm also doing a bad job here, so I should take a deep breath. And when you write these out and you're handwriting these, I forgot to mention this before, okay? You don't want to go start at the top and go straight through because that's going to be too hard. All right. I forgot to mention on the last one. I don't want to do that because then this is gone and then I'll have to copy and paste, even though I got my answer off the internet. But the last one, it was a constructor, and so there was no return. Okay. When you take the test, yeah, on these questions, if you're like, Miss Japs, you didn't teach me anything, guy's the worst. Okay. If I teach you one thing, it's to look. I'm returning a double. So down here at the bottom, I need to return something that has a double. All right. If you wrote return average, that is 100% fine. You could find the average above that, go through and read. So this return statement right here, what do I need to return? I need to return a double. So I'm going to return a double. Okay, you're going to get a point for that. Going to get a point. Okay, now hopefully you notice if I'm returning two variables, I better declare those two variables up here. Okay, and so that is something and we need to look at. We should talk about casting again. I might have to do that later. And think about that. But knowing that these are so, if you're like, oh, I have no clue how to do this, those two things are going to step you out. Next, if you're like, I still don't know what I do, but I can notice that it loops through something, you can do a for, like write out a for loop. If it's not the perfect for loop, it's not the perfect. So kind of the goal here is to, you're shooting for like shoot for like 70% on these, and then maybe you'll get it. Okay, so I put my got my return, got my variables. Okay, now I have a for loop, and this was the tricky part about this is how do I figure out to go and then I finish. Okay, so here I'm going to start at the start row, the number I start, and then here if I want to finish at the end row, I have to be equal to the end row. All right, if I want to finish at 5, I got to also be 5. All right. So then inside that, I go through each of my rows, row, 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 and then here, row, 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 and then here I have my columns. So column, it's the identical one here. So both those same. Okay. To get this off the internet, so the plus equals is how I could equal that a little bit faster, but that's not too big of a deal. Okay, so I'm going to do my view of my row, my column, and then of course I need to count it. Count if I count the numbers there. All right. There's probably another way to do that if you wanted. We probably could do row times. Start row times start a column or end row. End row. Oh, this is way easier. Okay. So then we'll just count through, and then that's how we return that. All right. So hopefully, yeah. Okay. So make sure you do this on paper, and it's too late now. I don't know why I said that. So anyway, I'll write that in the thing. Okay. Uh, I will say this then. Tomorrow, I am going to have you do the 45-minute time test because we have to. All right. Okay. I realize it's Friday now. I'll give you the time, I guess, anytime this weekend to sit down and do it. I realize it's probably more homework than I give you on the Fridays, but it needs to get done. All righty. Okay.